Would give us a nice arc of fire, he agreed.
Kaylin rolled her eyes. As I keep trying to tell him, the tower is operated by mages.
Which makes simple ballasty ideal, Denier put in. They don't take much to use, and when their spell energy runs low, they're going to need some other way to defend the walls.
He caught Kaylin's exasperated look and stopped.
What?
Sigils do the same thing, Kaylin told him. We can engrave them along the walls, ensure we keep them charged, and set conditions so they fire themselves.
And when they run out of charge? Denier asked.
Ugh, you're as bad as he is, Kaylin grumbled. Besides, where are we going to store the ammunition?
I thought we'd put ammunition cabinets behind each ballista, Denier told her. Saves us having to rush it up from the storage cellar if anyone attacks. And seconds count in a battle.
Kaylin sighed. It still runs out.
But it can be loaded by an exhausted mage. And face it, the last crop of recruits make green look ready to eat. None of them are up to sigils.
That's why we have them. Charging them is good practice in drawing and directing magical energy. And it builds up endurance. And familiarity with them means even an apprentice has a chance of successfully activating them when things get tight.
Same with a wall-mounted crossbow, Rawl pointed out.
Except that it comes preloaded, Kaylin argued.
Why not a combination of both? Denier asked. Or all three. We make sure everyone has a place to be in a battle. Like it or not, you're going to need a roster of warriors to guard your tower and your mages. And I suggest at least 4 to a floor.
That makes for a very crowded tower, Kaylin pointed out. We need space for classrooms, not wall-to-wall dormitories. Or what's the point? These towers are supposed to take care of themselves. They are supposed to be homes to mages. There's not the space up here for fighting men. Denier sighed, exchanging a look with Rawl that Kaylin couldn't read.
We can house most of the warriors, and many of the mages in the rest. Or even keep a few in the River Dog, Denier explained. Hashel has told you how to create portals, hasn't he?
Yes, Kaylin admitted, wondering why she hadn't thought of it before. Because portals are expensive, she reminded herself.
I've done the calculations, Denier continued. We could afford one in the rest, and now that they've uncovered the basement...
He grinned as she gave him a sharp glance. They have? He grinned wider at her surprise.
Yup, and it's intact. Everything everyone stored there is mostly intact, thanks to Clay's insistence it be kept in chests.
Does Wivra know? Kaylin turned to survey the ruins. The little dragon had grown to the point that he no longer fit on her shoulder. With the attempts at uncovering his treasure ongoing, he took the security of the Rest's work site seriously. His Dawn Patrol, Denier called it, and lavished Wivra with praise and treats on his return. Spotting a glint of red, Kaylin watched the dragon catch a drift of hot air and let it carry him higher. That drew her gaze to the mountain and the cliff face from which Cluvon had sent his swarm. What worries me is that Cluvon's still alive, she told them, lowering her voice. Igvorn is proof of that. If he's still alive, he's already at work on his next ritual. He's not going to give up.
Like you, Denier assured her. You won't give up trying to find him. And only one of you is going to succeed.
He paused, scanning the cliffside.
I know who I'm betting on. He will come in force, Rawl stated. Perhaps not the same force as he used the last time, but with something that can fly, or something that can reach the tower some other way. Trebuchet? Denier asked, bringing to mind the siege engines King Elson had brought with his armies.
Kaylin shuddered, remembering the boulders coming at the tower. Oh, I hope not.
Still, the hobgoblin persisted, we must be prepared. Your mages cannot defend all of the tower.
No, Kaylin agreed. That is why the tower has protections built in.
Which you have yet to master, Denier pointed out. How are your lessons with Hallish and Igvorn going?
Slowly, Kaylin admitted. There is so much I don't know. And my other commitments... She gestured vaguely. The motion took in the city and the inn slowly being rebuilt on the Rest's old site, the tower, and the valley's edge where Waypoint lay. It finished with a sharp jerk upward to indicate the recruits when they gave another warlike shout.
Denier chuckled. It's not all it's cut out to be, is it? This being a mercenary commander.
Kaylin sighed and shook her head. It's not that. It's all the rest. It's Delane, the rosters, the count...